All right, just got out of the gym, driving back to the house. I want to see who was on right now and see if anybody want to talk about fishing. This weekend I fished Lake Toho. It was a one-day event on it was the AVA Open. There was I think 87 boats in there. Have a shout out, Landon. Absolutely, Landon. What's up, brother? Thanks for following. Thanks for joining in. But yeah, we found the fish. I caught over 10 fish, and they were all in that 2-pound range. So I didn't find any of the big ones. I thought they were going to be on beds, and they weren't. They weren't on the beds. They were. I found a bunch of bucks on the bed. So those are little small 1-2 pounders that I was catching. I just didn't find any of the females. If I had to do it all over again, I was boat number 1, so I launched out boat 1. And I pretty much had the whole area to myself. The problem was there was another tournament going on south of the lake. We launched from North Toho at Toho Marina. So there was another tournament going on, about 80 boats down south. And then I got word that there was a tournament going on at Camp Mac. So that was another 100 boats. So I was trying to stay away from the locks, going through and locking through and going to Kissimmee, even though that's probably what I should have done, because the fish I was hoping that we're going to be there weren't there. Again, had a good time. My co-angler was awesome. Co-angler caught, I think he had 11 pounds, right at 12 pounds. He had a really good bag. He had a good time. He caught a lot of fish too. It was a good experience. It was a lot of fun. It was a beautiful day. It was 87 degrees outside. Wind was kind of on and off. It would be blowing for just a few minutes, and then it would stop. There was cloudy conditions. So that was good. I caught a couple fish on frog. The frog bite was good, and then caught a lot of them on worms. So I was running that speed worm. And again, I have a bunch of videos on how to rig those speed worms, or which ones I use. If you go look at my fishing tips videos, I got a bunch of fishing tips and how-to videos. Go check those out. Let me know what you think. And again, if you have any questions or you're not sure about something I did in a video, I can make a separate video to clarify it. Also, I'm here to help you. Then give me some feedback, if that was helpful for you. It's a little over 10. We were guesstimating about 10.6, 10.7. Had a monster on, got off right at the boat. That was in fishing the St. Johns River. I've had big fish. So this weekend also, I was using fluorocarbon, 20 pound. Wasn't quite sure how the bite was going to be. The water I was fishing was super clear, so I didn't want to take any chances. I wanted to get as many fish as I could, so I was using that. I was using the braid for like my frog, but mainly all my worms, all my slow moving baits. I was using that fluorocarbon 20 pound. Thanks for all the likes, brother. Really appreciate it. And again, check out my videos already, Landon, if you haven't already. And again, if you want to hit me up in Messenger, I can send you some different videos if you want some. All right, a couple people slowly logging in. I'm about to go home and cook me some dinner. Probably gonna make spaghetti tonight. I'm gonna make some spaghetti and probably some garlic bread for the kids. I've got 2 little ones. I got a 7-year-old and a 9-year-old. They love spaghetti. But next tournament's going to be this coming up weekend, the 5th and the 6th, March 5th, 6th. Sorry, March, by the way. Tomorrow will be the first day of March. I can't believe it's here already. Super excited about this weekend. I'll be on Harris Chain of Lakes, which is my favorite lake. So I'm really looking forward to that. There's going to be fish in all 3 stages, post, pre, and actually spawning. So those post-spawn bass are probably going to be a little skinnier. So I'm hoping to catch some of those big girls moving up on the beds. So we'll see how that goes. All right, who's got some questions? So we got a couple of people just logged in. Tournament. It looks like I'm gonna have fish in all 3 stages. So I'm gonna go down there and pre-fish Thursday, Friday. Be looking for any kind of bedding fish. See if I can find some on the beds. If I can't find them on the beds, then I'll kind of move off and see where I can get them staging up, maybe moving in. Or if they're not, sorry, see you later, Landon. Have a good one, brother. Or I'll see if I can get some moving off the beds, so on the outside. So we'll see what we got. Again, I'll post some videos Go check out my videos if you're new, and definitely follow for more how-to videos. I love posting videos on how to catch more fish, how to rig up frogs. I definitely like frog fishing, and also equipment. So I constantly test new equipment. I have people send me equipment to test out and post videos on. So I do how-to tutorials on those, and product reviews. And I'll tell you straight up if it's no good. I've had several products sent to me and say, try this out. And again, I'll give positive and negative feedback. You guys want to know the truth, when I use this stuff. So that's one thing I'm really big on, is making sure that whatever I use is what also I tell you to use. I'm not gonna tell you to use anything I wouldn't use. So yeah, I did just install the new power pole charge on my boat. I'm slowly but surely getting used to that. What's awesome is I can come back off the water and I still have a full charge on my batteries. I heard it works a lot better with my lithium batteries. Right now I have AGM as my starting, and then my 3 other batteries are just your standard floating batteries. But I'm looking to eventually get a 36 volt lithium battery. And once I get that, that'll be a game changer. Right now, I mean, it's good to go. I had no issues. I fished all day Saturday. So I fished almost 9 hours, and I still had 80% charge, which is fine. Probably one advantage of having the lithium battery is it's lighter, 60% lighter than the normal battery, and then also it charges a lot faster. So when I pull up these hotels, I gotta stay in hotels when I travel these different tournaments. Sometimes you have to fight for chargers. There aren't but a certain amount of plugs. So if I go back and I got a pretty good charge on my battery, I don't need to charge it as long. I've had a tournament before. It was regional finals up in Lake Lanier, and too many boats plugged in their boats at one time. We had a bunch of boats coming in the middle of the night that were traveling from like Tennessee and other areas, and they daisy chained, which means they hooked 4 or 5 plugs together and then plugged them into 2 plugs into the wall socket, overloaded it, go figure. And I woke up and I only had half a charge. I had 50% charge left on my battery. So that can cost you a tournament, especially if you're out there and you got to use your big motor to go around, so that's no good. What's up, Connor? Local Dakota just logged in too. Got a couple people starting to log in. Appreciate the likes. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for the follows. And again, I was telling the ones earlier, if you have any questions, hit me up in here. Also, go check out my videos. I got a lot of how-to videos. I got a lot of videos on the different concerts. All right, thanks for the flowers too. Appreciate it. But yeah, definitely check out my videos and give me feedback. If you like them, tell me you like them. If you don't like them, that's great too. I like positive and negative. And if you have any suggestions for more videos, I'm looking for more suggestions out there. What's my PB? So PB actually in the boat, 9 pounds, 2 ounces. I got it mounted on my wall. I've had a few over 10 get off this year. And usually it's because either they break my line. By the way, those are dinosaurs. And a lot of people don't understand how hard they fight. I've seen some of these videos of people catching 9-pounders. They just slide across the top of the water. I haven't had that experience. Mine have been thrashing like I had alligators in the water. And I had one break, 20-pound fluoro, and I had one wrap up in a bunch of lily pads. By the time I got out there to her, she was gone. But man, I'm telling you, they fight. They fight big time. I had one last year that was probably over 12, and she got wrapped up in the hydrilla. By the time I got the boat over to her, she was gone. So in the boat, 9 pounds, 2 ounces. I've had opportunities to catch bigger and land bigger, but I just haven't got them in the boat. Again, fishing, those big fish are big for a reason, and they're smart, and they know to swim straight down. So if you do pin up one of those big monster bass, Florida strain bass, you need to keep that head on top of the water. I'm learning too, so I'm used to keeping the line down so they don't thrash out of the water. That is not the case. If you have 65-pound braid and you have a stout hook, you need to winch them in, get them in as fast as possible. That's something else I've changed this year. Majority of my reels I want 8:2-to-1 ratio, so I've sped up my ratio, a quicker return. Probably part of my problem last year was that most of my rods were that 6.2-to-1 or 6.5-to-1 ratio. I had a couple 7.5-to-1s, and I think that slow return was hurting me getting those fish in. So recommend getting a higher ratio, especially if you're frog fishing or if you're flipping. You want that higher ratio to hurry up and get that fish in, because most of the stuff I'm flipping in or punching in is very, very thick vegetation. So we want to be able to get that stuff out, get those bass out of there quick. So, hey, what's up, brother? Thanks for the like. What's up, Swaggy? Swaggy just jumped on here. Thanks for the likes, brother. But yeah, what other questions do I have? Oh, I will tell you also, I'm about to post a video on flipping hooks. So I used to be a choker guy, and I spent over $100 on choker flipping hooks. So I ordered a big order of them, and I had 2 bass get on. You asked me about my personal best. I'm kind of hesitant about posting the video of that one bending my hook because of the location. Maybe I can figure out a way to blur the background, but I think somebody's going to know where I was fishing at when I post that video. That's one thing that kind of sucks about posting videos. People know where your fish are. But I had one monster on there thrashing everywhere, and all of a sudden my hook came unpinned. I'm like, what in the world? You know, what just happened? And I actually bent a choker hook. They bend. They will bend out on you. And I started doing some research on them, and there's a lot of issues. And again, if you're not fishing Florida, you're not fishing for 8, 9, 10 pounders, not a big deal. Chokers are awesome hooks. I've used them, had no problems at all with 3 pounders. You know, 3 pounder, 4 pounder and below, 5 pounder, 6 pounder. You know, you got to change your hook out after every fish, so that gets expensive. So here's what I've done. Another recommendation, and this is going to be a upcoming video, so y'all are first to hear. I'm using the Strike King. Strike King has the Hackney hooks. They're hard to find, and only very few stores sell them. You can find them online, but Hackney hooks by Strike King. If you put them side by side with the trocar, big difference. It's almost double the hook. They're very, very stout. I like them too because they're heavier, so that gives me a little more weight to go down. So I just back off a little bit on my tungsten. So I'm using 1/4 ounce with them. But I'm telling you right now, knock on wood, I mean, they stay extremely sharp. I fish all day. I'll catch 15 bass on them. They still are extra sharp, and they don't bend. Another problem with those trocar hooks is I fish, again, very thick. You see my videos, if you've seen them, I throw it in the thickest stuff. So I'm constantly getting hung up, and I get hung, and I'm kind of pulling on it. Well, eventually, you've been on enough on like a coat hanger, it's going to weaken it. Well, I think those trocar hooks are so thin that all that pulling back and forth, or getting hung up in the buggy whips and all the vegetation I'm fishing, they just they dull up real quick and they bend. So when I catch a big bass, I set into her and I'm really getting into that hook set. That hook just becomes weak, and I think that's why I was missing so many fish last year. But like this last tournament, Saturday, every single bite I got the fish in. So recommendation: switch to the Strike King Hackney hooks. And then my number 2 would probably be the I like the Gamakatsu. Gamakatsu makes an awesome hook too, a flipping hook. I don't know if y'all tried those. I appreciate the likes. Thank you. Thanks, Local Dakota. But yeah, if you like those hooks there, let me know. Give me feedback on them. Again, I'll be posting the video. Really looking forward to the upcoming tournament this weekend. And then I'll be going down to South Carolina. I haven't fished. I just booked my room. I'll be going down to Sandy Cooper. Who's fished that before? Anybody fished Sandy Cooper? So I'll be heading down to Sandy Cooper. Looking forward to that. I'll be posting some videos on my pre-fishing on those. So definitely hit me up on those. Let's see, turn the light on. See, y'all gonna see me now. But yeah, Sandy Cooper. I'll be fishing that coming April time frame. I'll be pre-fishing that in. Let's see. I'll be down there the 18th through the 21st. March 18th through 21st, I'll be down there in Sandy Cooper, South Carolina, fishing that lake. So there's be monster bass. Those bass should be moving up on the beds. I've been watching a lot of videos, how-to videos. I've never fished it before. I heard it's covered in lakes. Hey, I appreciate the likes. Thank y'all. You guys are awesome. But I definitely looking forward to that lake, and I'm definitely looking forward to doing some South Carolina fishing. So it'll be different terrain, cypress trees, different kind of grass. They also have alligators down there, so I'm looking forward to fishing with the alligators. That's always a good time. They make for good videos too. I'll be posting those. So, yeah. What other question do I have? Oh, I'll be doing some catfishing too. I don't know if y'all are y'all doing any catfishing. So I don't only just do bass fishing. I'll be doing some catfishing while I'm at Sandy Cooper. I'll probably catch some from the shore, but I might go out and try something from the boat too. So I'll be posting some videos coming up with those. Definitely check out my other videos though. I got how-to videos. I've got a bunch of videos from the last couple of tournaments I fished. So go to my profile. Definitely follow me. And again, thank you guys for all the likes and the comments. You guys definitely motivate me to get out there and catch more fish. And again, this is why I do it. I do it to help people out, because I really do care about fishing and the future of fishing. I've got two daughters, so I'm trying to get them into it. So hopefully maybe one day they'll be on tour. They'll be fishing around as well, and get them out there to share secrets of fishing. And then if you just join in, we're talking about what's my PB. So actually in the boat, 9 pounds 2 ounces is the biggest. That's the biggest one I've had actually caught and landed. I've had several over 10 that either broke me off right at the boat. I had one just come unpinned right near the boat, and then I have one that got wrapped up in lily pads. What's y'all's personal best? What's y'all's PB? Let me see what y'all caught. Oh, he's back. What's up, Landon? Landon's back. All right. Landon, we were just talking about PBs, man. What's your PB? What's your personal best? What's the biggest bass you ever caught? Let's see what somebody else's biggest are. 8.5, man, that's a good fish. What's up, Bass Wild? 8.5, that's awesome. I tell you, man, there's nothing like catching a big bass. The heart gets pounding. 7 pounds, that's another big bass. Good job. That's why we do this. And it's like almost like if you've done deer hunt before, it's a rush. Especially in a tournament, it's hard to calm your nerves and then get right back down to fishing. It's crazy how those big bass just they change your life too, and they make you want to come back for more. What's up, Chef? What's that, Chef Jeff? I got another Jeff. I don't know if that's Chef or Chef. Richard, what's up, brother? So we got quite a few people joining in. Again, we're talking about personal best. We were talking about different kinds of lures to use. We were talking about the upcoming event. I got a 2-day coming up on Harris Chain of Lakes. So I'll be fishing. There's 7 lakes there. If you have never fished this in Leesburg, I'm sure y'all seen it. The elites were just there. It's not 2 weekends ago. So the elites were out there, and they had some monster bags. I'm looking forward to catching one. Hopefully I get over a 30-pound bag each day. But again, it could happen. Fish have tails, fish move. And then we were talking about the biggest fish. Biggest fish I've ever landed was 9 pounds 2 ounces, but I've had several over 10. They either get off, and again, they must have watched Nemo. They like just keep swimming. They learn to swim down, and those big bass, they just throw around, thrash it everywhere. Aha! Now I know who you are. So what's up, Bass Wilds? Yeah, I actually saw him yesterday. It was really cool. And that's what's awesome too about social media, is all the great people you miss. So we were out at Toho, and then I say that's the second time I met him. First time was we had an interaction with someone that was not so pleasant out there on the water. Again, if you're just getting into bass fishing, there's a lot of good people out there, but there's also a couple you got to watch out for. There's some out there that there's a lot of cheaters out there. There's a lot of people that follow you around the lake. There's people that lie and give you bad information on purpose. So just be careful. Again, you'll kind of learn who those folks are, and you'll kind of stick with the good people. Social media, start with social media. You'll kind of figure out who the good are, who really care about fishing, and who are going to be like giving you a hard time. But yeah, what other question we got? 9. I missed it close to 12 at Gunnersville last year. Oh man, it sucks missing big fish or getting big fish. Especially right at the boat. I've lost more fish right at the boat. I don't know. They must see that boat and they just go crazy. And those big bass, those 10+ bass, they're like alligators, trying to reel in an alligator. And if you're just joining in, we were talking earlier about hooks. I just switched. I was using trocars. I've had trocars bend on me. I didn't realize until this last big fish I missed, or it just came unpinned. I was fighting her and she came unpinned. I'm like, what is going on? And I finally realized what it was. When I'm flipping in this thick, heavy vegetation, your hook is almost like a coat hanger. If you bend a coat hanger back and forth really fast, it heats up, you get friction, and it breaks. Well, that trocar hook is thin. It's not as thick as those stout. I use the Hackney hooks now, the Hack Attack, which are made by Strike King. You'll see if you put them side by side, they're double. I'm about to do a video on that because, again, I want to help you guys out, learn from my mistakes. I mean, I spent over $100 on these trocar hooks. And I thought that was like, the hook. And they really are sticky. When I say sticky, like when they go in there, especially if you get them in the roof of the mouth, they stick. But the problem is they bend. This last tournament, it was really the first tournament I think I've ever had 100%. I mean, every single fish I got in the boat, and I was having to like pop the hook out of the fish. And my second favorite hook is now the Gamakatsu, which are harder to find. But Gamakatsu has they have metal keepers on the end of them. Those are really good as well. But I tell you, the Hackneys are cheaper. They're about $2 cheaper a pack, and I think they're way better hooks. Caught like 6 in a row. He hasn't got a bite. I thought he had the net ready. My 9-1 came from Gaston. Oh man, so Gaston, man, that's awesome. So have you fished Carr Lake or Carr Lake? They say it both ways. That's actually I'm from North Carolina originally, so I'm actually from here. Let me turn this thing off. I can see my face here. Is that better? This thing's like all blind in my face. I got like a glow going on, or whatever. All right, so just came back from the gym. I'm all sweaty, but yeah, I'm actually from North Carolina. I was raised up on Carr Lake. So we fished Gaston Lake too, which is on the other side of Carr Lake. There's a dam that separates the two lakes. But yeah, really good fishing up there. And depending on what part of Gaston Lake you fish, they actually have smallmouth bass as well. But and you can catch a big rockfish too, which is awesome. So a 9-pound bass caught in Gaston Lake is a monster. That's a big fish. And again, a lot of people don't realize the different parts of the U.S. So like Florida, we're blessed down here. So 9-pounders, you know, they come, you can catch 2 or 3 of them a year. Some people go their whole life without catching a 9-pounder, especially my friends in North Carolina. You know, you fish a lot of pond fish, or you don't fish these big, huge maintained lakes. A 9-pounder is hard to come by. All right. So I messed up. All right, so here, I'll tell you all full disclosure. Again, I don't have any more tournaments on Toho, so I'll tell you exactly what I did. And again, I appreciate y'all following. And again, I'm one of those people that I'm trying to help you out, so I don't really care. So yeah, I stayed on Toho. Big mistake. You know, I was sitting there talking to my co-angler. I've got fish in Kissimmee. I got fish in all of them, Hashtag and Cypress. So here's why I made my decision. I was boat number 1. I could have gone anywhere I wanted to go. I had my pick of the litter. And I was like, man, what are we going to do? And there was a possibility of fog delay. So Friday, there was a bad fog. It was fog just all over the lake. So I was like, man, we're going to have a 2-hour fog delay. Well, I also was, because I was boat 1, I had a 3 o'clock weigh-in. So I had to get back. Well, to run all the way to Kissimmee or go to any of the Hashtag, any of those lakes, you got to lock. So you got to run the lake. It's 20 minutes. You get in the lock. It's another 15 to 20 minutes. So now I'm already 40 minutes in, and then I have to run 15 minutes to 20 minutes all the way back to the Kissimmee. So I'm almost an hour before we fish. So I was like, if we have a fog delay, is going to put me, I'm not going to be able to start fishing until like almost 8:30, 9 o'clock. So I didn't want to make that run all the way to back. Big mistake. I should have just done it. I went to where I thought there was bedding fish. And when I ran to my spots, there was nothing but bucks. So I quickly got my limit. It was like bam, bam, bam. I had 5 fish. That was quick. And I searched and searched and searched. I could not find the, I froze. Frozen. Did I freeze? They said, somebody let me know if I froze. I shouldn't have froze. Man, he's saying I froze. Yes, I stopped and watched the way in. Oh, am I back now? Am I good? Okay, good. All right, sure. All right, so yeah, I did have that happen the other day. I did a long video, and I found out for like an hour I was talking to myself. I was wondering why I was getting any likes or nobody was commenting. But anyway, so what I did was I ran to my bedding fish, and there was fish on the beds. Every one of the beds I pulled up to, there was fish on them. But the problem was the females weren't there. I was catching the bucks, and 2 weekends ago, I went to those beds and I had 3-pounders on there. I had quick, you know, I had 9 pounds of fish, like quick. So that was my hope, was to go there. Well, I couldn't find them. Well, I fished what's called the Triangle. I think Kevin Van Dam does a couple videos on it. If you haven't looked up this video, check it out. It's called the Fishing Triangle. So think of the tips of my finger as being where the beds are. Those fish travel in a triangle. So you can search back this area back here. And what they're going to do is they're going to slowly move up into the beds. So what I did is I started out here off the grass, off the hay grass, and started working my way in trying to find those fish. I couldn't find them. Like I said, I caught over 10 fish, and they were all like cookie cutter 1.5 2-pounders. So I never found that it was kicker fish. But I should just ran to Kissimmee. If I did it all over again, I would ran Kissimmee. I would have fished a couple spots in Kissimmee. Then I would have ran to Hatch, ran to Cypress. Oh, and something else that threw me off a little bit, it was called dock talk. People talking to me at the pier. So I got some buddies that said, hey man, did you hear about the 80 boats going out of south end of Toho? So it was another tournament going on there. And then he said, yeah, there's also 100 boats going out of a Camp Mac, which is out of Lake Kissimmee. So I was like, okay, well that's 180 boats are going to be fishing in Kissimmee. And then also I was concerned about the lock. If all those boats were launching out of South Toho, I could have got jammed up in the lock. So that's another reason. I should have just ran to the lock. If I'd done it all over again, I ran the lock, I probably had a better day. I think I finished 40th out of 80 boats. So I was half the field. Again, quick 5 fish. It just happens. Fish have tails, you know, and you think you're on them. I was on the fish. It just was on the big fish. My co-angler did real good. He ended up cutting a check. He came in 2nd place. So awesome guy. And again, that's what it's all about, is meeting people. Really good guy. And I hope I meet him again. North Cove, when I left at 10 yesterday. 15, but oh, you went to North Cove? So, I don't even know the name of that cove. I got a cove. Are you saying North Cove, Kissimmee? That's where I was going to go. So if you go to the north end of Kissimmee, I guess it would be on the west wall, there's a cove right there. Dang, that's where I was going. Man, I should have gone there. That's, hey, again, full disclosure, I'll tell y'all everything. I don't care. I don't have any more tournaments there. There's Kissimmee grass there, and the bass are bedding there. All right, see you later, brother. I appreciate you joining in, man. There's Kissimmee grass there. Go out there with a Magnum speed worm, get you about a 1/4 ounce weight, drag it through there, and smash them. You also do really good on a chatterbait through there, and then any kind of swimming bait. Slow roll your swim bait, and then hold on. North of Overstreet. Yep. Gosh, man. Yep, that's my spot, man. I should have ran up there. I don't know what I was thinking. You know, I could have gone either way. I could have pulled up my spot. They've been all 8-pounders on beds. You know, I could have pulled up 36 pounds out of that one spot I went to. I was on the south end of the lake, the right side of the lock. So if you're looking at the lock, I went to the right side there. I went all up and through there. There was beds all in there. Again, the bass were all over the beds, but they were all bucks. There weren't any big ones. Gunnersville and locked through Nick and caught 28 pounds. God, 28 pounds is a good bag. Yeah. Oh well, we learn. Are you fishing the MLF, the 5th and 6th? I'll be on Harris Chain this weekend. I'll probably go down there Thursday. I'll be down Thursday afternoon. I got a buddy that lives down there. We're going to stay with him Thursday and Friday. Of smallmouth, they were all smallmouth bass, 28 pounds. That's unheard of. Wow. That's a good day right there. And you know, some people are just, what's up, Lundy? Some people are just on them. I've had, so last year I fished the Bartow for me on the 12th. All right, nice. I went the first Toyota I fished last year. It's the first one ever I fished. I missed the first one, and my buddy talked me in and said, hey, bro, you should fish this Harris Chain. That's my home lake. I'm really familiar with that lake. And I went pre-fished it, and I was smashing them. I said, okay, I'll join it. It's $1,700 to enter into this tournament. So that just kind of turned me off a little bit from going on this tournament. Well, sure enough, I went ahead and I dropped $1,700. I joined the tournament, and I was in 2nd place day 1, 2nd place day 2. I came in with 17.5 pounds both days. And then the 3rd day, I went to my spot, and the guy number 5. All right, so anyway. All right, well, I got to go cook some dinner. But I appreciate talking to you guys. And again, follow, subscribe, look down at my other videos. And again, if you have any questions or if you want to just hit me up in Messenger, I can take and I can answer any questions you have. Again, full disclosure, I try to never lie. I try to never mislead anybody. Even my sponsors, all the stuff I'm sponsored by, like I live and die by that stuff. That stuff I use every day. You'll see it in all my videos. So I'm not one of those to get sponsored just to get a sponsor. And then if I haven't told y'all also, Magic Baits, that was the only thing I used that last tournament. So all 10 of my fish were caught on those baits. So I'm not one of those that have sponsors and then stick the bait in the fish's mouth, take pictures. That's not me. So if you see the videos I have, or if you see me using a bait, that's legit. Like straight up though, thanks again for following me. and we'll talk to you guys later.